everyone, and welcome back to the TV show where we talk about American Horror Story Coven. That's good. Dani wasn't in on that one. And we're going to get into spoiler territory. Huge spoilers. We're going to blow the whole episode completely. So if you didn't watch it, then take a hike. Go lay an egg. I'm Steve Zaragoza.
I'm Elliott Morgan.
I'm Dani Rosenberg.
Hi, guys. So let's dive right in, shall we? We left off last time with a crazy episode, and this episode was like, oh, well, we'll get crazier just for the fun of it. I think this might have been maybe my favorite episode.
It was really fun.
I like the way that you said it, like the writers are sitting in the room, and they're like, cool, guys, we just wrote a really crazy episode. Should the next one be crazier?
Yeah. Why don't we just keep escalating?
Do we dare? Yeah.
It's almost like they're telling stories.
It is almost like they're telling stories.
Let's escalate this.
And they're like, how crazy can we get?
The big kind of epic thing I think that we left off with, and we'll touch on it for just a second, was basically this the husband of Cordelia being actually hired by the voodoo witch and basically being told that he needs to go kill all of them. Immediately, the witches.
He's a witch hunter.
Mm-hmm. And he's a witch hunter, yeah. And so we are updated on him very briefly with one scene where he's sitting at the foot of a bed and he's like, I'm so sorry. I want to come back.
They're pulling back.
And you know something's going to be there.
Keep pulling.
Yeah.
Keep going.
What you got?
I love how because we actually, something we didn't mention at the top of the program was we all watched the show together.
Oh, yes. You'll see.
And we're going to intercut moments like that. But I love, one of you said, I don't know if it was you, Dani, we're like, all right, what are we working with here?
What you got?
Let's see what we're working with. And he definitely had like a shitload of guns.
Alcohol.
Ooh, he's got the Walter White special.
Yep.
He was ready.
People in the comments have been saying this constantly, that you look like one of the
you look
characters
like
on the
the guy.
show.
You look like the witch hunter guy.
Oh, really?
Yeah. Have a seat.
This is Cordelia's husband.
Should I take my hat off?
No. Scooch in.
Am I a good person or am I a bad person?
You're bad.
You're bad.
Very bad.
You were good at first.
Am I like sexy bad?
No.
You did have a sex scene already in the season.
Yeah. With the maid.
Jackhammer fuck.
I love the maid so much.
Is she hot? Or because
So
she's
hot.
Yeah, super
She's
hot.
so hot.
Mm-hmm.
She's so
This
hot.
episode, you were surrounded by a bunch of guns you're going to use to shoot witches.
I'm interesting.
You're great.
Yeah.
Thank you for stopping by.
Thanks for having us, Joe.
What does he mean? You might have a freaking idiot on your leg right now. Like, seriously.
He's gonna have that leg, isn't he? Because he has all the parts from his friends.
There you go, Steven.
Oh!
Yeah!
I called it.
I'm going to start calling you Captain Call It.
Captain,
Well,
call
Elliott
it. Boom! I'll take it.
So then, the theme of this episode is that every character is changing a lot, like doing 180s, and you see a lot of that happen throughout the episode, namely with Zoe. So Zoe starts out the episode with basically like her typical "I'm an idiot" fashion, making bad decisions. Yeah. So she comes in with a gun and she's like, "I'm gonna put Evan Peters out of his misery because he's just a sad mother-hating zombie." And so she walks up. They get into a wrestling match. Zombie Evan Peters takes the gun, and she's like, "No, don't shoot me." And then he's like, "Well, spoiler."
He puts it in his mouth.
Yeah.
She came in to kill him. He puts it in his mouth. She goes, "Don't do it." I'm like, "What's your objective in this moment?"
She was committed to killing him, and then he was gonna kill himself, and she was like, "Well, that's bad." Like, and then they end up shooting the roof, and glass falls down, and it's like, who's gonna fix that? Who are they gonna call?
Yeah, because Spaulding is definitely not gonna fix
She's
it.
just a typical teenager wasting her existence.
Yeah.
And so that was like when that episode, or when the scene.
Reboot.
But when that scene happened, I was like, okay, this episode is not going well so far. But then it got better.
Okay. Yeah. We get to Fiona, who's been coerced by the jazz man.
Danny
the
Houston
murderous.
is the sexiest. Is he what, 60?
Well, but he's so like cool.
He's Angelica Houston's brother, by the way.
Oh, really?
Oh yeah. I love that guy.
I like him. I like him
my
because.
God.
And where the fuck did this guy come from?
He was in Children of Men.
Oh, really?
Yeah, he plays like what is that character? He's like the president?
I don't know, but he's
president.
great, and he's
fantastic.
perfect
Oh.
casting. Just like in the last season, the casting for the crazy Santa guy.
Yeah.
Like I love how they just sprinkle in these amazing character actors to just come in and play
And
these
Danny
really
Houston
cool
and Jessica
roles.
Lange have real great chemistry, and I love because
and their
in the
dialogue.
last episode she goes,
Yeah.
"I just want one last love affair," and it's great.
Yeah, and
then
she's
she
feeling
knows
gross, and she's like,
Yeah, you think the whole time that Jessica Lange doesn't know that like this guy is a ghost with like a murderer, and she doesn't know everything, but she kind of like pulls the 180 on because she goes into the bathroom and there's like dead guy basically in there sitting around. And then she comes and she's like, you need to get that body because that body's gonna start smelling. And then all of a sudden he's like, well, guess what? I've been watching you since you were 8 years old, and at first you were like a daughter to me, and then I've been in love with you ever since, because that's the theme of this whole freaking weird show.
Yeah.
We got great flashbacks to like 8-year-old Fiona being
and
a
I
fucking
think
badass.
I think there's an 8-year-old Myrtle there too. There's a little girl with glasses sitting at the table, and if it is, I mean, it's pretty cool.
Yeah, if there's a little thing in there.
Yeah, why not?
So anyway, come to find out that that storyline kind of just was its own weird romantic tale, because at first Fiona's very like, no, that's creepy that you've been watching me my entire life, because he's a ghost that was released by Zoe. Bad decision, Zoe. And so then it ends with her kind of coming and like seeing him perform and being like, all right, now you're my lover boy.
And that's one of 3 sex scenes in this episode.
Well, but the thing that we can't forget is we this is all very important, because we get to Cordelia, who talks to Madison and says, you brought this guy back from the dead, which is like crazy witch shit. Like, so
no, she doesn't talk to Madison, to Zoe.
To Zoe, I'm sorry, that's what I meant. So Cordelia talks to Zoe and says, this is some crazy witch magic you're doing here by bringing the jazz dude back. So that means that you're hot shit. And so you could possibly be the new Supreme.
Cordelia touched Madison. She knows Fiona killed her.
Yeah.
She warns. She's like, we got to kill my mom. She's the worst.
Yeah.
And then Zoe walks in on Madison, who just decided, you know what, I'm gonna fuck Frankenstein. Oh my God! Zoe, I'm sorry, girl.
Oh shit. Well. I mean, look.
Fuck yeah, you know what? I got some Evan Peters butt in my day. It's like 9 a.m.
pasty white ass. Bright as the sun, that boy's ass. Yeah, but the reason why is because, we have this whole kind of like this great scene with Madison where she's kind of coming to terms with being back alive and what it was like to be dead. And just talking about that generation.
Yeah, she has this whole monologue that's
great.
Like, kind of goes into, especially if you are like a millennial like she is and you're a younger person watching the show, she has like this really amazing like comment. Like, it sounds like something that like you would read on,
Thought catalog.
Thought catalog.
It was really well written, great monologue.
Upworthy or something.
But yeah, we figure that she feels kind of lonely. She's trying to feel something. Ever since she died and came back to life, she can't feel anything.
And she's also like, I can eat whatever I want now. And she eats all the food in the house. And Queenie's like, there ain't a goddamn thing in this fridge.
Which is just fattest. I mean, they wrote it in there to be. I mean,
yeah. And so that sexually charged escapade ends with basically Madison and Evan Peters inviting Zoe into their mini coven of sex, and that ends with them. So they're gonna
they have like this gross 3-way that just
but
so
when
awkward.
Zoe catches Madison fucking the guy she's been taking care of and putting all the work into,
and probably wiping his ass down and changing his diaper.
She changes a little bit, and she gets a little more badass.
A little worse. There's always...
Well, but we've got, by this point in the episode, we have a Zoe that is starting to realize, maybe I am a badass. Maybe I could be the Supreme. So we've got a Zoe that's like, fuck it.
But Cordelia told her, like, be subtle, because, if Fiona catches wind, she's going to kill you. She's like, I'm going to go do badass.
So, that was so cheesy. That writing when the...
No, Cordelia, I love that.
We're going to kill him. We're going to kill him dead.
We're going to kill her dead.
We're going to kill her good.
No, we're going to kill her good. Yeah. We're going to kill her dead.
Yeah.
We're going to kill my mother.
Oh!
Kill her good. Kill her dead.
Yeah, that's usually the point.
It's simple. We kill the Batman.
Did she say kill her good for a second?
Kill her dead.
Kill her dead and kill her good.
And,
no, I love it.
But then she was like, if she catches wind, if she thinks that you're next, you're next. And I was like, okay, that's a little.
Well, I mean,
right? And then you're you're
the movie.
Well, I love how we were talking about Cordelia says be subtle, lay low, and the first thing Zoe does is she goes to Spaulding's room and does a spell and brings his fucking tongue back, which is great. And now Spaulding is able to talk.
She forces him to tell her who killed Madison. She's like, do you know? Yes.
I do. My favorite part though was when she's like, who killed what's her name? Madison. He's like, Fiona. It's
First, he's like, Madison is alive.
Yeah, exactly.
And he's wearing the
fucking Macho Man Randy Savage.
Wrapped in a quilt.
What is going on in this show? This design's great. But yeah, Zoe's definitely not. And then she just straight up murders him. That's it. Spalding gone.
I didn't expect that at all. She's changing.
Yeah, and it's like, wait a minute. Why the fuck did you murder him? What was the point of murdering him?
You had a problem with that. I was totally cool with that.
Yeah,
I think she's just like, I got what I want.
Yeah, but I don't fucking understand this TV logic of I've got what I wanted, but forget about the fact that if we ever need proof that Fiona really did murder Madison.
Nobody in this show is ever dead,
She
Steve.
doesn't, and
Nobody
also there's no who's she gonna take proof to? I know. Am I stroking in this? Like I'm literally.
Okay, baby, relax.
I'm
Take
like
a deep
so
breath.
excited. I think I just had 2 cups of coffee, so I'm like, oh yeah, and then things happened in witches. But like, who would she take the proof to? Because the head of the witches, whatever they were called, the council.
The council.
She's turned everything around on them and had one of them burned alive. And it's not like Cordelia didn't already say we're gonna take down Fiona. So right now, that's like the
it's
modus
martial law in
operandi.
that house.
No, I get it. I just seemed very like it seemed like another stupid decision from Zoe.
Well, yeah.
Maybe.
Like it's like
Another
every
stupid
time she makes a great decision, boom, she just knocks it off with another
Yep.
bad decision. So it's like,
right.
damn it, I thought this was a new Zoe, and it's like that is kind of badass that she killed him, but kind of not a great idea.
And,
I don't know why.
And speaking of decisions, the other major decision that had to be happened. I'm done. You're just gonna have to subtitle. I'm gonna voice
Queenie
over
and
everything.
Bates. There's a great little side scene where Queenie and Bates go to the drive-thru and get some burgers, and I loved it.
So
Oh,
good.
amazing.
Wait, I love how she's like first Queenie's looking for food, and then she's like, I'm hungry, and then Kathy Bates is like, I'm feeling kind of pickish myself.
When they're in the drive-thru, the person's like,
It's
"Do you
Southern.
want to upgrade your combo?" And she goes, "Do it, Dad."
No, but I love when they first get to the drive-thru and the box is talking, and she's like, "What is that? What's the box?"
And then she gets over it immediately.
Yeah,
She's
exactly.
like,
Let's upgrade our combo.
I like they're trying to write in the fact that she is from 100 years ago or more, and she's sort of like okay with the fact that there's this
don't give a
technology
crap
everywhere.
about that at all.
What is that? Ooh, I'm gonna eat this burger.
that has not been invented in my time.
Yeah, exactly. These preservatives would instantly kill me. Because I'm not used to them.
So Bates, they're having like a moment where you're like, they're becoming friends, and Bates, what you
Well,
think
but
was
she
like
calls her straight up racist. She's like,
Yeah.
you're a horrible
those girls
person.
will never accept you because I'm fat. No, because you're black.
Black is coal, she says.
God. So Queenie goes to Madame LaRue, and Marie Laveau is like, bring me Bates.
Yeah, well, Queenie just shows up at Marie Laveau's place for no reason, which is another thing that's
She
kinda
takes a sip of soup.
No,
in
but why the
backyard.
fuck was she even there?
That's what I'm saying. Why did she go?
Wasn't there something? Wasn't there?
Well, she's like,
reason?
well, Marie Laveau says, I know you're not here for the gumbo, but you don't.
Maybe she was.
But yeah, she's there was no food in the house, so maybe she was there to get some gumbo.
There we go. We
No, but
figured
she
it out.
like she broke. Yeah, and that's the thing. They made it a big deal for her to understand that she broke a truce to go there.
Right.
So what the fuck? I mean, we never got. I mean, I wish we had gotten because you think about it. If you do think about it, she does have a voodoo power.
Yeah.
It is like a voodoo power.
They don't really explain her motivation very well, but
Right, but
she
all we
does-
needed was a scene for her to be like, because I guess there was that thing about her being black and like you should hang out with like the other black people, and that's what kind of like Madame
racist, man.
LaRue was saying. Sorry, dude, just had to say it like it was. Just telling it
You
like
went
it
there.
is.
She does go to Bates and goes, my mom raised me to see the, to be a true friend, you have to see the bad as well as the good in the person. So what's the worst thing you ever did? And I think all of us were like,
She's like,
Yeah.
wait, no,
All right,
but
all
I
right,
love
here we
that
go,
she's
guys.
like, what's the worst thing you ever did? And by the way, we watched her capture her daughter in a cage and tell her, I'm going to feed you shit on Christmas Day.
Yeah.
And
But
keep
that
her-
wasn't the
but
worst thing.
That wasn't.
it.
We've seen
and I
plenty
knew
shit,
it, and
but
we
I-
knew it. You said,
yeah.
you said whatever it is, it's gonna be.
Well, but
great.
but my favorite part about that is she's like, well, I do have one regret, and you're like, just one regret out of feeding your daughter shit.
And they go to.
Help me with my beauty treatments? Yes, ma'am.
Guys,
Thank
this is
you,
gonna be
ma'am.
fun. Whatever it
This
is.
is gonna be great.
God.
But this batch is extra special.
This is not gonna be
Can you guess what?
Baby's blood.
good. Baby blood.
She takes that woman back into her room at night, and she's like, basically says, "I killed your baby that you had with my
And I'm
husband.
using her
and
blood. I'm
it
using
to
your
make me
baby's
look
blood
good."
to make me look young.
And then the slave kills herself, and she's like, "We buried it with the baby because
It
it
was
was
the
the right thing to do."
That's yeah. And we made the joke during like the moral gray areas of it, but the problem that I felt during the episode was, I think we all felt bad for Kathy Bates when she gets led back to the voodoo kingdom.
Yeah, but I mean, like,
up.
the thing is like, you do feel bad for Kathy Bates.
They make you feel for the biggest monster on the show.
Well,
Absolutely,
that's the thing,
yeah.
and just like I was saying, this show has this beautiful habit of making you feel sorry for Kathy Bates' character, and then they instantly say, nah, fuck it, let's show a flashback to some shit she did way
They
back
keep being
then.
like, remember, and you're like, but she's just this, because at this point she's been dressed in like, she looks like my grandma.
Yeah,
she's got like a sequined like tiger sweater on from Kohl's.
Yeah, exactly. But I mean, you do feel bad for her, but again, she kind of deserves it.
And it goes to show too, like, how much you can forgive with like humor, because every time she says something that's like, where's that voice coming from, or do we dare? Like you fall in love with this person, and then they're
because
like,
it's Kathy Bates,
"You're
man.
evil." I know.
If it was anybody else, you'd be like, if it was someone we didn't know, if it was an actress that was like a newcomer, we'd be like, man, I think there really is an attachment to the fact that it's
Queenie
Kathy
brought her
Bates.
there, but I'm also like, I feel like something. I don't know if Queenie really actually fully betrayed her.
I don't know,
I think
man.
she still cares.
Queenie,
Well,
but Queenie
in the
does.
preview, there's kind of a hint that there's a little bit of a friendship going on there, which is exciting.
But Queenie has that attitude, which is a great character trait for her, and something they've stuck with throughout the season so far, which is she just has this total like I don't give a fuck attitude, and she's very like impulsive.
Yeah.
And she's
And
just
impulsive,
like,
but she also sees things just as they are. She's not getting like wrapped up in like. She's kind of like, no, this is
But I just love her
when
line where she's like, I brought you here, like, what did you think I was going to do, you dumb bitch?
Yeah.
Like, she says it to her, like, and she's just like, don't come near me.
I didn't expect it, though. I thought she was going to be like, no, she's my friend now. And, like, that's another character that there's stuff happen. There's characters are changing mid-season, and that's exciting because I love that.
Yeah, so anyway, what happens at the end of the episode is we've got Kathy Bates trapped in Marie Laveau's lair now, which who knows what crazy shit Marie Laveau is going to do to her. Queenie has kind of betrayed her coven by hanging out with Marie Laveau and giving Marie Laveau what she wants.
Yeah.
We've got crazy shit happening with Madison and Zoe and Frankenstein. So and we're left with not Zoe. What the fuck is her name? Who's
Fiona?
No, what's her
Cordelia?
name? Cordelia? No, not Cordelia. Thank you.
Madison?
Not Madison. The older woman with the cancer hair.
Fiona.
Fiona. We've got Fiona.
Have you seen the show?
What's the show called?
Hair.
Hold on a second.
More like cancer. No.
Then you got Walter.
I feel really bad for that.
Yeah, well, no, we've
Yeah,
got.
you're
and
really
so-
into the hair every time. Every time
Well,
Fiona
they did
lost
it a little
hair.
too much, right? Like every scene.
But every
she's
time it was like it's the first time for Dani. She was like, oh no. Oh no.
Because Jessica Lange has beautiful hair.
And then she had the. For the baby blood draining, we were like, this
Whatever.
is fun with the hair.
Don't
No.
cut your hair.
I was like, it better be a ball cap.
Yes,
Jessica
so,
Lange. Don't make a bad
Because
decision.
I wouldn't be able to take her. I'd look at her differently if she's running around being a bitch bald as fuck.
Yeah.
So
That's gonna happen next time. She's got.
The
Well,
preview
and that's the
had-
thing. By the end of the episode, we have Fiona visiting the Saxman after the revelation that he had been watching her since she was a baby.
She's
By the
going
way,
for it.
she was
Awesome.
8 years old, and then he like had sex with her.
Yeah.
Really
It's
creepy
a real
shit.
Woody
'Cause at
Allen
first he's like, "I was a
romance.
father figure to you, and then I fell in love with you," and I was like,
Yeah.
"No, but
I also like the fact that you can call him the Axeman, but you can also call him the Saxman.
he's the Axeman." Zibbidi-bidi-bidi-da-ba-da-boop.
That was another thing too. Throughout the episode, yeah, they use jazz like through any major, but like normally.
You'll have a moment where it's quiet, and then all of a sudden it's like. To be fair, neither one of them are really full. Wow!
Salpina, Salpina, sweet up.
And you're like, oh boy, he's somewhere.
I do love the part too when what was it? Oh, he's like, when you watch the band, you usually watch the bass player and his fingers, but you never look at the saxophone player. We're left with Fiona going back to the Saxman, Axeman, and so we're like, whoa, she's maybe gonna hook up with this guy, and they're gonna. I mean, like Dani was saying, they kind of deserve each other. They're both
They're
really fucked up
soulmates.
murderers.
They're mirrors of each other.
They
for
are
sure.
pretty much.
And I also, as a whole, I liked that this episode was more character driven and not because if you break it down plot wise, I mean, which we did, not a whole lot happened. Spalding died. Kathy Bates got captured.
Everybody
and
got some.
Cordelia knows that Fiona is the bad person. Zoe grew a little bit, but what you saw was all of the characters.
You saw characters
come
changing.
through some crazy.
Yeah.
I mean, every single major character went through an incredibly important change.
Yeah, and I like that a lot. I like that we got a little bit of Evan Peters' background too. We found out that he's like a really nice guy. He wanted to like help New Orleans and like make sure a Katrina would never happen again in New Orleans.
Don't make jokes about mothers.
Yeah, I know. Just don't mention moms around it. But yeah, I do like that a lot. I like that this was a very character dialogue driven episode and very well written. Like I think it was probably the best written episode in the season so far.
I do love, and that's the thing is the first time you watch it, I never know what's gonna happen.
No,
there's times when they're like literally, she was leading somebody around the corner, and we're like, what's gonna happen?
We want to look over the corner too. So anyway, thank you guys so much for watching the TV show. If you want to join in, nope, that's Movie Club. Fuck me, you know what I mean? Here, hang on, let me answer this call real quick. Hey, can we get 2 pizzas, please? Pepperoni.
You handle that.
Hold on, I'm sorry, hold on. He says it's going to take like 15 minutes.
That's fine.
That's fine?
So guys, if you want to get caught up on at least the first episode of American Horror Story, dip your feet in a little bit, go to netflix.com/sourcefed and sign up for 1 month of free streaming. Also, before you do that, please click the like button, comment down below, tell us what you thought of the episode, share this video with your friends, and it's going to be one just big fun time. We're going to...
Ready? Okay, so it's 4-8.
We're gonna see you guys in 2 weeks. We're gonna be gone next week, and they're not doing
Have a happy
an episode. So
Thanksgiving.
eat plenty of turkey. Don't think about American Horror Story when you're with your family. It'll mess everything up. Is everything okay?
5:16,
All right, guys. Thank you for joining it. I'm Elliott Morgan.
I'm Danny Rosenberg.
Sorry I couldn't talk. This
That's
episode.
Steve Zaragoza.
Steve Zaragoza, everybody.
Thank you.
Extra pepperoni.
La, 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 la.